Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. This is the day, the day. It's when the Republicans and the Democrats in North Carolina will finally be competing in November for. We'll figure out today who they're going to compete with in November for the U.S. Senate seat that was surrendered by Tom Tillis when he announced last fall that he was not going to seek a third term. Good Tuesday morning. This is Live and Local Real Talk, and I'm Rayford Brown.
And I'm Chris Marks.
And I'm Lee Barrows. And I love what Ray just said. He said it's one of his favorite days to be an American.
Oh, to vote?
Yes, election day.
That's not a bad thing. I like it. I like
that.
voting. So
Yeah.
Yes.
And this year, I did not intentionally save it until because I prefer to vote on the day of, but I just did not intentionally do that this year. Normally, I would have done it by last Thursday or Friday, but I just could not get motivated to go do it. I didn't have anything else I was having to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, well, I just wait. I wait till Saturday. No, I never left the house on Saturday. I didn't leave. I just stayed home. They need to do. Can they come visit me? Maybe I just need to do absentee ballots.
About the closest you're going to get is to drive up.
If I drive all the way up there, I can get out and go in. If I drove up there, I'd have to wait for them to bring me stuff, and then we'd have to talk, and then they'd want to get friendly, and I'm just not in the mood to be friendly.
Well, your poll place is a pretty busy place. And I would say it's in the top 5 for.
Well, they're usually cleared out when I get there. Well, just before I get there, the alarm for some reason goes off at the firehouse, so
That's
everybody leaves but me because I know it's a false alarm.
Kathy, check your audio. I don't hear
I
that
already
buzzing.
told her. I
Okay.
sent her a message.
Buzz.
She's got a buzz.
She's got a buzzing sound. I told her to go out and go back in.
It's the bees. The bees that are in her bonnet.
Oh.
Ooh, for the Democrats, former Governor Roy Cooper is the surefire choice in the U.S. Senate race. He probably deserves it, as he's been campaigning for it even before he left office a few years ago. His war chest is overflowing, as one would expect from a politician who spent much of his free time meeting movers and shakers outside North Carolina, even while he was governor, being paid by you and me. Obviously, green money spends just fine wherever and however you get it. On the Republican side, the former head of the Republican Party in North Carolina, handpicked by President Donald Trump to head up the national GOP back in 2024, he resigned that position when Trump convinced him that he should seek the Senate seat, promising him his full support. Whatley is favored in the polls to easily win the nomination. Obviously, that will be the race to watch come November for North Carolinians.
It's going to be the most expensive race in the United States this year.
Yeah, because the Democrats have got money coming in from the left, coming in from the right. They saw, without Tillis on the ticket, they saw this as a possible, in this state, a possible win because Cooper had scored so well when he was running for Attorney General twice and got it. When he ran for governor twice and got it both times. Not a lot of competition in any of those occasions. So, he was basically a shoo-in. Don't know how he's going to do this time. Right now the polls will still have him in the lead. After listening to Whatley yesterday, at least Michael has some kind of a platform, and he has some opinions that pretty much are in line with the North Carolinians that I know, dealing with the events of this past weekend. And those are going to be some of the most important events that are going to carry forth for many, many, many months to come. And we'll have to find out what else he's got. What's Cooper's platform? Does anybody even know what he feels about what occurred over the weekend? Did anybody ask him?
Well, the thing about it right now, Rayford, is they really didn't have much of a primary. I mean, so
they had no primary
true.
consequence. But did anybody ask him? Because they're running in November. That's what this whole race is going to be about. It's not going to be about this primary race.
That's what I was trying to say.
Saying.
Exactly.
But why are they not taking advantage of the opportunity while people are interested in the election and people are interested in the primaries, whether you believe it or not, why aren't they taking advantage to, and there's such voracious news out there. You need to have some kind of an opinion about it, right?
I'm not sure what kind of communications he has on the plane he's taken back and forth from California to New York, back and forth between California, New York, California.
Did you see how he was dressed? She was dressed on the red carpet. Did you know that? Did you notice?
Blah, blah.
Well, I mean, that's where he's going to get his money. That's where he's going to
It
get
worked
his
for Clinton.
money.
Right.
It worked for Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Him and his saxophone.
Oh, you talk about the Clintons.
We'll get to that.
I can't
There are a
wait.
number of local county races to be decided today, too. There are 3 seats up for grabs on both the Onslow County Board of Education and the Board of County Commissioners here. 2 incumbent commissioners are seeking re-election, Chairman Tim Foster and Commissioner Royce Bennett. Commissioner Lisa Carpenter not seeking a second term.
God bless you, Lisa.
I guess she got fed up.
Well, no, Lisa had
I know, she had
a
some
lot
other
of things on
issues
her
to-
plate,
Yep.
and
She did not need the extra stress.
that's right.
Several candidates have filed
Go,
for one
girl.
of the seats on both the school board and board of commissioners.
Mm,
There are Democrats running without party competition. So this is not a Democrat
right,
primary whatsoever.
right.
So all that's in the works. So I will have to wait and see.
I have never seen such ugliness on social media.
Oh my God! I'm glad I don't
Ugly.
stroll through. And I used to say that if my name was mentioned and they tagged me on it, I might go back and look at it. But unless I know who it is that this is doing my tagging, and unless I know that it's not one of those everybody gets tagged that I've ever met in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I will kind of might sooner or later look at it, but it's not worth my time to, even when you tag me, it's going to have to be something important. Send me an email. If you want me to know what's on your mind or what's going on, send me an email.
Well, we get a lot of tags for the show page.
That's
But
good.
the thing about it is, they don't automatically go onto our page. We have to go in and approve. So if it's a tag where you're being ugly about something, we're not going to approve that to go on the page. We don't do that.
Yeah, and remember,
Be
we have
nice.
opinions here. This is an
That's right.
opinion-oriented show. We're biased.
Yeah, we
May I say that?
Sure we
I
are.
certainly may.
We don't like people who are anti-Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't like them. I don't like
That's right.
criminals. I just don't like them.
Drug dealers.
Drug dealers are
Mm.
criminals.
Now,
I
if
just
you
don't
want to
like
get
them.
ready for
I don't
going
like
on-
illegal aliens. They are
Mhm.
criminals. By the very word of the definition of the word illegal, it makes them a criminal
Mhm.
when they come into this country. So don't try to convince me that you're right and I'm wrong. I'm right in my head, and I'm going to stay that way. I've got friends up there that are telling me that in my head. Several. But seriously, if you really want me to know what your opinion is, I will be happy to read what your opinions are, but you're going to have to send it to me. Don't just
No,
assume
I will say,
that because you put my name on it on your Facebook page,
I
that I'm
will
going to
say-
go look for it.
you've done some commentaries that have really brought in a lot of clicks. And there has been people that have taken an opposition to what you said, but they were very good about it.
Yeah, but
They were cool.
long as they explain it, it's an opinion. A commentary is my opinion. It's not your opinion. It's mine.
Now there
You
was
have a right to disagree with that. If you don't like it, you have an obligation to say so. It's fine.
there was one recently
As long
though
as you're polite, I'm not going to blast you.
that I think I had posted the story. And the comments went ballistic, and you went in there and ended up deleting some of the comments
Because they got
because
ridiculous.
they were ugly. They were
Yeah.
nasty. They were
When-
ugly.
when-
No
when-
foundation, no facts.
When they get ugly,
Yes.
I see you. Bye. I
Right,
just- I
right.
don't want anybody to think that's the way we are, because some people say whatever's posted on our page or comments that are made,
Right.
that's the way we feel. And when they're not relevant to what we post, if it's just your opportunity to jump on board our platform, because we got a lot of people who are watching it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just your opportunity to get on there to use us for your 2 seconds worth of fame, forget about it. I don't need that. Don't want it. What do you got? Nothing to add or to the whatever the topic is on Facebook. Why should we allow that to clutter up the pages? I don't. Bang.
I love our viewers that comment and send us, and the beautiful comments are coming on already this morning about the show.
They're going to go downhill shortly.
And we would love to hear from you too,
Pastor Jim.
Yeah, thank you, guys. We got the preacher listed.
Yeah, preacher watches us every morning.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Put your earplugs in.
910-333-0139. Don't be shy of the telephone. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't bite you. And 2 of the 3 of us will not bite you if you come to the studio.
And the other one doesn't have a whole lot of teeth left, so it doesn't matter.
What?
My cat.
Oh.
Anyway, but yeah,
talk
especially
about y'all and no teeth. I'm like,
I didn't say y'all.
No,
Okay. But we would love to hear from you on the radio, so that other people are on the broadcast. So other people can hear your opinions. We can read them, but we'd rather hear you say.
We have microphones.
The thing about it is, when you call in too, nobody can see that you still have your curlers in. You're still in your bathrobe.
We're the only people who can see that.
You kick back with your feet up on the coffee table. Nobody can see that.
We won't say anything. We will tell no one. Okay, we understand.
Yeah,
that's the way we are too sometimes.
Yeah. And if you're from the Buckeye State, OH.
Oh, dear. What up?
OHIA.
OHIO.
I think OHIA is better.
Ohio
and Iowa.
I did that until Kathy corrected me because I didn't know what I was doing.
Well,
Which I still don't. But anyway.
Kathy corrected you?
Oh,
I'm shocked.
You go, girl.
I saw something yesterday I didn't believe, but it made me so mad because it caused me, after I went through it and fumed and fussed and cussed and literally got very vicious yesterday.
Tell.
And I read it. It's from one of those sites that somehow or another I probably subscribed to it once they sent me a bunch of stuff. Hey, that's cool, funny. But I like sites that are funny, that people send, that things go on there that are comical. I like things that are comical, and I like things that are serious.
Mm-hmm.
Never should they, in a site that's presenting satire, should they present in the same vein true stories. I mean, honest to goodness, verifiable stuff.
Right.
Yesterday, I popped on and clicked on, said, okay, I saw it. And it said, y'all know how much I don't like His Honor from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mayor
we
of
know.
New York. I don't like him. I just don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's made it pretty well known over the weekend how much he does not like what the United States did and what our military did in dealing with the situation in Iran, whatever. You ran, he ran. and the site that I was reading had a legitimate looking story. And it started out, well, first of all, folks, when you read these things, don't do what I did yesterday that I know better. I finished it. But the first 2 or 3 sentences, it made me explode to the point that I lost most of my judgment, my abilities to judge.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Well, the basic part of it was this published online article about the mayor, Mandami, and which they misspelled it too. A clue, but not always so much of a clue, because he, our people who post stuff, they can't spell worth of crap anyway. The story that was claimed, he has ordered that the U.S. flags at World Trade Center be flown at half-staff to mourn the death of the Ayatollah Khomeini.
What?
Huh?
That was the story.
Oh.
And it was very seriously presented. Well, I did not have to get much beyond what I just told you to have next to or to a coronary. I took some more blood pressure medications. I call and I booked a helicopter. And we know what my thoughts about helicopters are. I don't
Yes.
like them.
Mm-hmm.
I booked a helicopter in New York. I was going to charter it. I was going to drive to New York, get aboard a helicopter. We were going to land up there where these flags were at half staff. I was going to remove them. That was my plan in my head. You understand?
Good plan.
You understand?
I know you can't read into
Take the World Trade Center. Our flags flying at half staff there to mourn the man that we took out because he was the head of a country that sponsored terrorism, and he was on 9/11 as well. This country sponsored terrorism. Terrorists from that got trained in this country were likely trained in in Iran, not our country, and they did what they did at the World Trade Center and other places. Think about the picture that painted in my head, and as the blood was spurting from my eyeballs yesterday. Think about that.
Right.
It was a lie. It was a fake story. It was a spoof,
which disgraces the very true Americans who, as I was coming home last night from church, a lot of flags, those especially that fly at night that have the lights projecting on the flag that are flying at half staff because of the 6 military that have lost their lives during the weekend. They were being flown in respect for those that deserve the respect. I don't care if it's AI generated garbage like you just mentioned was.
Well, this is generated by people, but they're
I said garbage.
They're garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Okay.
They didn't have any even artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
Zero.
it's funny. It's not funny, but you brought that up, and I came across a story yesterday that was written by some alleged news agency, which I've never heard of. So it was just somebody creating one that came out with breaking news yesterday that Nancy Guthrie had been found deceased in some valley somewhere, and that her son-in-law had been charged and arrested. And I'm like, none of it was even true.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful the garbage that you read.
It's out there. There's plenty
It
of
is so much out there.
It's and the photos that I saw yesterday was with Samantha Guthrie and I think her sister and
her brother. Yes, I saw that.
Walking up
I
in
saw
front
the video.
of a tribute, and I did not see anything except the picture and little cut line that was there. Pay tribute to the mother, Nancy Guthrie. I'm like, God, did they find her or something?
No, I happened to be watching that live when it happened. They arrived in a great big old black SUV, but the 3 of them came out and were holding each other tight and went over. Picture. And they were, reading the signs and the notices and looking at and just sobbing. It was just.
I mean, but there was no accompanying story to go with the article that I saw. There was nothing, and it was just like, okay, I'm not glued to that thing screen all day long.
From what I saw,
did I miss finding something? So I had to go start looking all over the place.
There was only a couple YouTubers that were out there at the time, so they started filming the family. And what happened is some of these other so-called news organizations were taking clips from that video and saying, "Oh my gosh, this happened, that happened." And I'm like, leave the family alone. Just leave them alone.
And whatever.
I couldn't even imagine what they're going through.
Before we get to let me just make a comment, Rayford, on what you mentioned, what today is, especially here locally.
Yep.
It's election time. Folks, Lee's been giving us the numbers and the percentages, and we all know how it's an off year. It's not a presidential election. But these are some very important races we have going on here. And
Absolutely.
if you have not voted and you have the right to go out and vote, you should be out there today voting.
I'm going to tell you right now, more of you in this county, of the 126,000,
131,267.
131,267 voters, people who are registered to vote in this county at this moment in time. More of y'all have complained about in the past year.
Yes.
More of y'all have been more vocal about the actions of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners and the Onslow County Board of Education than you have about
Right.
the President of the United States and all of the congressional action that's been taken. Y'all have complained about that more than you complained about in total, more than you complained about in total the complaints that you've filed, the marches that you've been in, the calls that you made to hear. You've complained about the actions of those two boards, yet y'all have not even turned out to vote.
Well,
6,000 as of Saturday night.
yeah, 6,300, and which is down from all the past years.
And we got more people here now than we had in 4 years ago,
Yes,
6 years ago.
exactly.
whatever it was.
And I did on our
What's wrong with y'all?
Facebook page make a post this morning where it's a link that you can tonight go on and click on, and it'll come up with the dashboard, elections dashboard, and you have to pick state, county, whatever, today's
You
date,
can follow it after the fact.
and hit search, and
But
it'll
it's
show you
over.
the numbers.
It's all over by that time for y'all.
Yeah.
It's over for you.
Well, at 7:30, the early voting should start rolling in, and you'll get most of the time a pretty good indication. But you can't count on
It
it.
doesn't matter what it is. Then it's
Right.
over. It's just too late. You've missed the boat if you didn't vote.
No, I'm
Hey,
not
well,
talking.
hey, there's
I'm talking
one.
about those that want to follow the numbers
You've
tonight.
missed the boat if you didn't vote.
Or poet and didn't know it.
I poet and I dang sure didn't know it.
I need more coffee.
But seriously, if you
Tired.
you need to get off your slack backsides today.
We have Marty Thompson calling,
Okay.
probably with
we,
a report from the polls.
we got breaking news from the Bryn Mawr polling place over there on Pine Valley. Is that correct, Marty?
Oh my gosh. It's so frustrating. I had to leave before I wanted to choke somebody. I mean,
Why?
it took every bit. Time I got the sheet from the first lady to the time I got to the second lady, it took 25 minutes.
What?
And I was number 10.
What happened? Was a computer down?
Some guy up there, I don't know why. It was a couple guys. Something's going on up there. Of course, the woman that was scanning things said, "It ain't me. It ain't me." I said,
It ain't
"Well, I'm
me,
looking
that
at
is.
you."
Wow.
I said, "Y'all better be glad this is an off year." I said, "This is presidential governor. I mean, y'all be in trouble. It'll be 100 deep."
Holy moly.
So how many people were there? What number were you when
He
you
was 10.
finally got it scanned?
What number? I was number 10.
Number 10.
Everything.
And what time did you,
Number 10.
hold on. What time did you get there?
Should have been 7.
I got there at 5 till
5 till 7.
7, and I didn't leave till about 20 after.
5 till 7. So
Wow.
25 minutes to get through. Now, how many people were in front of you? I guess 9.
Well, not even that
No,
many.
no.
Some of them had already voted.
At the time where they got the clogged up, it was about 5 or 6.
And then the clog began.
So in the first 50 minutes of today, 10 people have voted at Bryn Mawr. And that's usually a fairly popular place, right?
Well, it's still early. It's still early. They stopped at McDonald's first and found out this one was closed, had to go to another one.
But Marty, they never told you what the issue was that clogged them up.
No, they said we'll be with you quick as you can. All right, well, okay.
Did they have any technical people running around like people with pliers and hammers and stuff?
No, I didn't see that. I saw not the person I went to, but the last person that was checking people in the fax machine or whatever, copier.
Yeah.
They had to change out the ink because it wasn't printing.
It should have all been done last night.
Yeah, you could have done that last night.
It should have been done yesterday.
God.
Yes, when they went, because they should have set up, I would imagine, last
This
night.
was not
Yeah.
one of the early voting places, so this was
Right.
not ready to. They did not have a trial run for the
Who's
last
the new director?
6
Does
weeks.
anybody know
I
yet?
don't think we have one, do we?
Yeah, isn't it a lady?
It is somebody from New Hanover, I believe. I think we do have
Wait a
a new
Yeah.
director.
We got somebody from another county is
Yeah.
managing our board of elections here.
At the end of the ballot, it has a name printed.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
A
Would that
name?
be the director?
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Last name is Moore.
No, that's John
Yeah.
Moore. He is
Okay,
the chairman of the Board of Elections, the
Okay.
board.
Catherine Moore.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's all I know. It was very frustrating.
I can
Some
tell.
guy wanted to ask me questions after the fact, and I said, "No, I'm late for work. I mean, it took too long in there. Sorry."
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there any poll workers out there? Anybody, any candidates or people representing?
Commissioner Foster was there. I talked to him when I was coming back out.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you see any ugly signs while you were out there? Because I understand the ugly signs were coming out last night again.
I didn't. Well,
There was nobody to read them. What difference does it make?
Right.
No, there
right.
wasn't nobody. I didn't look at none of the
10
signs.
people.
Yeah.
Was that Marty?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I saw signs, but I didn't read none of them, so I don't know.
So Marty, was there a line behind you? Very long?
There's 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 people, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know people are getting out there to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 an hour. That'll be a long day.
I never had that problem before. I don't know. They might
Yeah.
need to group up after this is over with and see what the problem is. Maybe
Well,
change out some people. Put some people on the bench.
They got until 7:30 tonight. They don't need to wait until then. They got 12 more hours of this to go through.
7:30
Should be
tonight.
shorter
I'm going
people.
to have my pizza and my computer up and ready to go.
7:33. At this rate, you'll be done. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
All right. That's the news from Bryn Mawr Precinct.
Thank you so
Hot off
much.
the
We
presses.
appreciate that.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Here's
Thank
one,
you.
Rayford. You want to
Yeah.
address this one?
Not want to address weather, but go ahead.
Okay. We had
I don't address.
a comment, which we've talked about this for a week now. Vote out all these politicians, no property tax hike in Jackson.
There's not necessarily going to be a property tax hike. There will be. I'm not even going to say there's likely. There will be a property tax decrease in Onslow County and Jacksonville. There will be a property tax decrease.
They are already been talking about.
Y'all just don't have those of you who are that damn dumb don't
Well-
need to be putting out that kind of information. It's misinformation.
First of
You're
all,
dumb.
the county commissioners do not appraise houses. That is done.
We don't even have to get. Y'all are dumb.
State law says it has to be
If
done.
You have no more sense and no more mathematical abilities than
Well,
a
we got
first
working
grader.
started.
Then leave it alone. You're spreading garbage.
Let me get my
If you
weather
want
up.
that kind of a job, the city sanitation department's got openings. Looking at the marine outlook
Okay.
today, northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet every 8 seconds, except 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers of light chop. Wednesday, tomorrow, westerly winds around 5 knots, becoming southwesterly in the afternoon, seas 3 to 5 feet, except 2 to 3 near shore. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Thursday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas 3 to 5, sounds and rivers of light chop.
Okay. Today. You got me all choked up now. Okay. Today, cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 70. Perfect day to go out and vote. North wind 5 to 7 miles per hour, becoming calm this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 49. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 76. Thursday, sunny with a high near 78. And Friday, sunny with a high near 79. So we have a heat wave that's coming in and no rain expected this week, and it's going all around us.
That sucks. We need some
Up
rain.
north, yes. We're still in a drought. Yes, we are. Yes. So that's Kathy calling.
Do we have other weather check-ins or?
Yeah, we have some weather check-ins. I'll get to them right after we
Okay.
get to
All right, Kathy.
do it. Are you sure this is Kathy
All
or
right.
this is Samantha
Stephanie.
or Stephanie or
It's one of them.
Juliet? Who?
Depends on how she woke up this morning, who she wants to be.
That's right.
You go,
I
girl.
just could be trouble this morning. So.
Well, you're trouble. I'm squirrely.
Ugh.
You are squirrely. So I'm going to give you that because you got it sitting right there on air. So
I do. I even got a picture of one right here too.
how you like the new one?
I like the new one.
He's cute, isn't he?
Yes, yes.
It looks delicious.
Used to the other one.
Plump and juicy, ready to go.
See that picture? I mean, that's good. I'm going to talk about that little sign you have up there. It says "Reach Across America."
Yes.
Yes, we have a fundraiser starting, and it starts March 1st, which is already passed, so we're a little behind.
Okay, we'll put it off for next year.
No, oh no, this is a good one.
Okay.
This is Krispy Kreme Donuts is giving us a fundraiser.
So what?
What?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Barbecue and Krispy Kreme donut. I'm good.
You like them? Good. You'll be our first customer then. Come on. We're selling the tickets for $14. And the proceeds, of course, will go towards a wreath that will go on a veterans grave site here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. We're getting the tickets made right now. They're going to be professionally made, so they're not going to be just something that Kathy created, because Lord knows we know those aren't all the well, all the good.
I think you do good. I think you do good.
Well, I could be creative, but not this creative, so this is good. So we'll be getting those tickets out for sale. We've got a couple people, some of our little team volunteers are going to sell tickets for us, which is awesome. They're getting really involved. And so we're hoping that we can hit the businesses. The way when you have a meeting, you can bring a dozen donuts in there, and they do not expire. The tickets are good forever. And they will fit in your wallet, and you can carry them with you. And whenever you want a dozen donuts, they got to be the glaze, though. And I'd wait for the red sign to come on when they're nice and hot.
Oh, that's
The hot sign is so dangerous.
Yeah. That's what I wait for, is the red sign. When I see it on, I stop in.
I don't do a drive-through when it's hot sign is up. I want to go inside. I want to sit at the table, and I want them to bring me 4 hot ones at a time. I want to buy a dozen, but I want 4 hot ones at a time. I can go through a dozen in about 30 minutes.
Wow.
If I do that. If I do it that way, because when they're hot, they would just melt in your mouth. No chewing required.
They can go in anytime to any Krispy Kreme, probably, and just say, I've got a ticket here from Reach Across America that I get a free dozen donuts. Not a free, well, I get a discount. And so they're saving some money because Krispy Kreme is higher cost than Dunkin' Donuts. We all know that. But they are the best donuts when they're nice and fresh and hot.
Oh,
so
it's good.
Yeah, I got Rafer sold.
Oh, I love donuts. I love hot donuts.
Do you prefer hot donuts over your cookies?
Absolutely.
Oh, good job. We've done good then. Yay, we've hit him right in the stomach.
I take offense to this.
Well, no, seriously, it's just, well, it may have something to do with the badge, but anyway, hot donuts. You go in and you sit down, you hot donuts.
Have you ever OD'd on those hot Krispy Kreme donuts when they?
I could.
Really gets up to a half a dozen, Lee.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So easy to do.
The sugar high from a hot Krispy Kreme glazed donut when it bends as you start to, it just droops over.
Oh my gosh.
And then it melts.
It just melts in your mouth, doesn't it?
It does melt.
It's so good, yes. So they would be glad to hear that from you, Rafer. They will really be thrilled to death to hear from you about that.
We need to just set up and do our whole show from there. I'll just do my part from there. Y'all stay here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll bring in. You can just do it from there. And have a couple. I have to say a couple. Let me change that. He's going to have 4 hot glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme while he does his podcast.
6.
In the first 20 minutes. In the first 20 minutes.
Okay, half a dozen then. So
that idiot that eats hot dogs for
How do they
let's do donut eating. Let's do something.
They actually do that.
I could do that.
Really?
I could help you win that.
Ooh.
Yes, I can demolish a box of hot Krispy Kreme glazed
We
donuts.
could tear that sucker up.
Sugar coma.
There's actually a 5K race in Raleigh where you run half of it. You get a dozen donuts and you eat them before you finish the.
Oh no!
No, I can't run after you.
all along the last.
That's not happening.
That would do me in. I wouldn't
Well,
make
of course,
it.
that give me right to eat some more
Definitely
when I got
not
to the end, wouldn't it?
happening.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping to have the
Okay.
tickets probably by Thursday. So Chris will be bringing some in, and he can show you what the tickets look like, and they're going to be very pretty looking. So it represents both Krispy Kreme and Race Across America on the ticket. So he will bring some of those in for you guys, and Rayford, buy a couple dozen. You know you're going to need a couple at least to get your 4 donuts or 6 donuts. So we'll be counting on you.
How many are in a dozen in your math book? I'm just trying to think about it for just a second. You got to get a couple in a dozen because you can eat 4 or 6 of them.
I do the math on that.
Oh, you do the math for her?
Yeah, he does the math. But you don't get a baker's dozen, unfortunately, Rayford. So you're only going to get to 12. But you can eat half a dozen one day and half a dozen the next day. But I just wanted to put the word out there that Reese, honoring our fallen veterans,
That's great.
is starting a fundraiser, and we will be having the tickets out
That's a good
very,
day.
very shortly.
And right after that, I could go get me some barbecue.
There you go.
I got a plan, y'all.
Oh yeah.
I'm hungry.
I'm
so hungry right now.
It's just early in the morning. Anybody can have a plan. It's doing good. in
Oh,
my
it's
book.
got something to do with food, and I got a full 6 hours sleep last night. I'm wired. Y'all better watch out.
Oh, wait till you get some sugar in it. Woo!
Oh, yeah, baby.
I hope it's after 9.
Why?
Stand by. Just stand by when it gets
You'd be
over.
like-
You guys are going to be in trouble.
Chris and I'll be swatting you back down in your chair. Get down, Rayford. Get down.
Put time down.
I got time. You can't go through down
Yeah.
sport. I'm lashed to the seat.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you, Kathy.
thanks.
But, I also want to say, too, that we're going, I am going, anyhow, with my daughter to go see Dirty Dancing up at Deepak.
Nice.
Oh, yes, it's going to be awesome. She can't wait. She's ready to dance. And I'm like, okay, if we can dance just like them, we're going to do it. So we're going to have a good
Well,
time.
you
Just don't put her in a corner.
You need to take the professional dirty dancer with you.
You know, wouldn't that be awesome?
The swinging.
I'll be there, but I'm not going to be in there.
Single Chippendale.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, call Patrick. Not Patrick Mahomes. Let's call Patrick Swayze in here. Let's get him. Let's get him
Yeah,
up
that'd be a
there.
little
I got
hard to
you.
do.
Oh,
Okay.
Lee, would that be not awesome?
Mhm.
All right, you two keep dreaming.
Well,
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, well, y'all have a great
be
day.
like that
Goodbye.
movie Ghost.
I saw. I get on in my scrolling through the millions of YouTube things that I just scroll through and look at funny things and ham radio things and political things and pretty much anything else I want to on YouTube because there's plenty of stuff there. I don't even have to go anywhere else. Just go from video to video to video to video to video. And Captain Steve is one of my favorites.
I love Captain
And
Steve.
Frank Fridays with Frank or Frank Fridays or whatever they are. He's a deputy sheriff out there in Pima County.
Yes.
Not Pima County.
I know who you're talking
Pima
about.
County is in Arizona anyway.
Yes.
But anyway, I found a clip of a couple dancing in some sort of a contest. It was a preliminary.
Mhm.
And I'm like, good God, they really need to just come around and do an exhibition. They need to be here for the Dancing Stars of Onslow County.
Yeah.
Well,
It would be just for exhibition because obviously they could not compete because nobody else would need to be there. They did a dance to Honky Tonk. Whatever, I don't know if that's the title of it or not.
Honky tonk will always be
That's the
home sweet home.
and they did one like you ain't never seen nothing like this kind of dancing. This was cool. There was not a step out of step.
Yeah.
It was every move was. I don't know how many bruises they had just learning to do this because there had to be lots of errors. People fall, bang, wow. But that was one of the best that I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah.
But this, if you just get to YouTube and just
right.
honky tonk dance or something like
Right.
that, as a couple,
Yeah.
he's wearing a tie, and it's so you'll be able to recognize it then.
Okay.
But just done in a little gymnasium with not a lot of people there. I don't know, it was a demonstration or a demo or just a preliminary or what it was. Well, whatever it was, the group that was there were some boys over in the side and the background.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they were jumping up and down, screaming and hollering, throwing
Wow.
stuff straight up and down.
I love
Good
to
old
watch
country
that
boys.
stuff.
This was superb. So just to put out a word there. Okay.
Real quick, we need to say good morning to Ken. He's our ham radio friend.
Yeah.
He said he'll be heading out and voting today for sure. Never miss this one. Now, Ken just moved to this area, didn't he?
Not long ago.
Yeah, not long ago.
Well, he's smart enough to
thank
register
you.
to vote and to vote. Yeah.
And thank you, Ken, because you got me started in the sourdough bacon.
And
Loving every minute
Ken's going
of
to be
it.
at the meeting this weekend. He said he's going to try.
I'll be only there for the first 45 minutes, and then I have to go to another thing.
No, you don't. You
Yes, I do. I have to.
You choose to. You don't
I have to go because I'm working for a candidate, and I have to go represent him. So,
Well, the primary's over.
but he's got a big general election coming
Speaking
up.
of Ken out there at Onslow Bay, where he lives, this morning
Thank
off
you.
of Rocky Run Road, it was 45 degrees about an hour ago, 85% humidity. He said it was kind of cloudy, and he had a light breeze coming there. So that was Ken out there
Yes.
in the Onslow Bay area. Over in Southwest, Randy, and he's riding around with Boomer this morning. So temperature's up and nice, and he was having a good time with his doggy Boomer.
Right.
45 degrees, 90% humidity. Had a light northerly wind, mostly calm, he said. Lee, the other Lee in the swampy area, back swamp, 43 degrees, 96% humidity. Northwesterly wind at about 4 miles an hour, 30.26 inches of mercury in the barometric measuring device. Dale, Carol called in this morning. She and Dale, their husband and wife, they both hams, live in River Bend, 44 degrees, 93% humidity.
Mhm.
Northeasterly winds at about 3 miles per hour. Joe down in the Borough,
Joe.
48 degrees, 94% humidity, had a light northeasterly wind, he said, 30.25 inches of mercury. Ward over in Cedar Point. He's across the creek there in Cedar Point, across the White Oak.
Across the
Had
creek.
46 degrees, 91% humidity. Northeasterly wind, he said he didn't measure it. It's light. 30.47 inches of mercury and climbing. Brian, also in the Swansboro, slightly different part of the borough, 47 degrees, 85% humidity. Wind none. It was calm. 30.08 inches of mercury. We had, okay, let's go on down to a gentleman in the green swamp of Brunswick County. Have you ever been down to the green swamp in Brunswick County?
Been to Brunswick County.
There are people who go into that swamp
Never
who are
come out.
never seen again. Seriously, there is one there. There's a little island community in the green swamp called
Is it Figure Eight?
Frisco.
Frisco. Oh,
Frisco.
Never
And
been
There
there.
are people that have never left that
I'm
island
going this weekend now
since they were born.
just to prove you
There
wrong.
are people there
I
who
want to go
have
now.
never come out. Anyway,
Wow.
James is down there. He's in the green swamp of Brunswick County. It was 46 degrees. He said they had a light rain overnight. Nothing then. It's the swamp. Lee in the woodlands of Onslow County, 44 degrees, 89% humidity. West-southwesterly winds at 2 miles per hour, 30.42 inches of mercury and falling.
Oh, it was-
Here at the studio in Country Club, it was 44 degrees, 45 degrees now, 94% humidity, nothing in the rain gauge. Northwesterly winds at 30.30 inches of mercury and steady. Now let's go on up to Holden, Massachusetts.
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 That's where my cousin lives in Holden, Massachusetts.
Does he? Well, you know what the temperature is there?
Yes.
Yep.
No, what?
12 degrees.
Whoa.
It's clear. They got 13 inches of
Sorry,
snow on the
cousin.
ground. Nothing new, but they got 13 inches hanging around. In another location, don't know where it was in Massachusetts, it was 18. They had frost, no precipitation. And Prospect, Maine, 8 degrees this morning. The overnight low was 3. West-southwesterly winds at about 15 miles per hour. Nothing new as far as precipitation. Don't know how much they had on the ground. And in West Malmouth, Massachusetts, it was 17. And winds were out of the south, and it was clear and nothing new in the rain gauge there. Okay, thanks to all the hams local.
Goodness
group around
gracious. Had a
around the
group.
country.
Wow.
And Jeff down in Frostproof, Florida, if you're up, give us a call. What's going on there?
Frost proof or frost free?
One of them. Yeah.
Frostproof.
Frost proof. I think it's frost proof.
Yeah.
It's
frost
I do
proof.
want
I confuse both of you. You
That's
don't
it.
know now, do you?
No, I mean, I'm just like, why are you saying no? It's frost proof. Were you trying to mess us up?
I'm still going to be announcing Jacksonville High School lacrosse.
Yeah.
But the last night and next Monday night I have church commitments. But we do want to congratulate
They won
the
last
boys won 11-8 over
Yes, they
Swansboro.
did.
The girls lost to Swansboro 10-3. So
They were still playing while the field was still lit up when I came up through there last night.
so I'm looking forward to doing. I've never done lacrosse, but I'm looking forward to
Is that
getting these
spelled
commitments.
L.A.?
LACROSSE lacrosse.
L.A. is like Los Angeles. What makes
Oh
Los
my
Angeles?
gosh, no.
What makes Los Angeles cross?
What in the world?
Look where they're at.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I do want to let everybody know that Thursday, once again, Carol Town will be on. She's a master gardener.
Yay!
I had to text her yesterday because I've had this thing take over my front yard.
Well,
And in fact,
marry him.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go out and mow it today. I did put down weed and feed, and all he did was laugh at me.
Officer, she really didn't mean it like that.
But I sent Carol a message, and I said, "What in Mother Nature's green earth is this?" And I sent her pictures, and she said, "It's henbit, also known as dead nettle." Which I think is the purple dead nettle.
Is that
Because they
purple
had
stuff?
purple. Yeah.
I got it all over my yard.
Well, I got rid of the flowers, but the weed is still there.
You don't like flowers?
She said it's a very prolific and hardy weed. It will take over a yard. Either pull it or spray it again. Pull it. There's no way I can pull all that. And I did put down weed and feed, which it killed the flower bloom, but the weeds are still. But last night on my way to Goldsboro, and I was in the back roads, the boonies,
Oh, you found one out
and
there?
there were so many farms out there that it was nothing but those purple dead nettle. And I'm like, I feel so
they
bad.
plant them and they send them out to other places.
Well,
in the
they
state
say
so
they're
they
good
would
for
take o-
medicinal
so they would
purposes
take
too.
over. Well, the people up there are healthy.
But I don't want to eat them.
But just take a shovel,
Just go
dig
roll
down
around in
underneath it,
them.
and yank it up.
There's Chris. I would be out there until winter of next year
Listen,
trying to get it all up.
The Donkey Man has gave me a formula for some stuff, but I cannot repeat it on here.
Well, I
But it
do.
works.
I don't want to be.
I got it in a backpack sprayer. It works. Your grass will be brown for at least 2 years.
I don't need that. I don't
weeds
care about
too.
the backyard, but the front yard. And I did everything like our previous Randy used to tell us. Was it Randy? What was his name? That was the gardener guy that used to be calling on the show. Not Randy. What was his name? He used to call in every week and give us
Mr. Green
tips.
Jeans.
No, I can't even remember right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I mean, I did everything, and now I've got this dead nettle that's popped up. It looks messy. My yard looks messy because of it.
Well, get some blue tarps. They go with everything. Iran is actually on the ropes these days, desperately shooting at anything that moves out there,
Yes.
including a tanker with an Iranian crew on board.
That's
Whoops. I'm sorry, boys. The Iranian Defense Forces have begun firing indiscriminately at ships across the Persian Gulf. No particular targets, just anything that moves out there. In one case, the sanction, that means it was okay. Palau flagged tanker Skylight was hit. Smoke billowing from the vessel that had Iranian nationals as part of the crew, as well as friendly ties to the Iranian regime. These idiots are killing their own people. They're blowing up the ships that are meant to be good for them. They're idiots. Their actions are described as indiscriminate, just shooting at anything crossing within range. These are desperate acts of a regime without leadership. Obvious that the Ayatollah did not have a backup plan in place, even when he had to know. He had to know that we were coming for blood. He had to know his days were numbered. I think he already gotten his coffin measured. Iran has been retaliating with missiles and drones targeting U.S. and allied positions across the region, including Qatar, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates. I'm trying to think, why would you want to start sending stuff towards the United Arab Emirates? Do you not know that they just, they still hunt with swords? Their pig stickers will cut heads off. Maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz with links to the Gulf of Oman and to the Persian Gulf is the world's most critical energy choke point. That's where all of the oil, virtually all of the oil, is shipped through. And Iran says, we're going to stop that. No, you're not. You're going to commit suicide. I don't get it. It wouldn't surprise me if Iran tried to stop vessels from using that passage, maybe with wrecked ships jamming the ways in and out. They don't have enough ships to do that with, but they're desperate right now. They're getting very desperate to keep the face, not the faith, but to keep their face intact. They're not looking good. It's looking bad for them. Like I said, these are the actions of men with no leadership, desperation, blindly just shooting at anything that moves out there on the ocean. Where here's what was going to happen. Here's the problem. The United States, we're going to have to save the Iranians from themselves, the people of Iran. We're going to have to save it from the other people of Iran. And that means we'll have to provide food and supplies to help them live until at least the end of this stupid mess that's going on. And we're not going to let up. If these guys thought we were going to pull one of those George H.W. Bushes, you go in, you beat them to death, and 5 days later, they've all surrendered, and then you pull out and come home. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to pull a Ronald Reagan. After the Beirut bombing, what did Ronald Reagan do? Moved all the troops out. Everybody came home, and we evacuated the area. We're not going to do that. We're going to be there, I think, until the very last enemy manning a gun is dead. So it's best, y'all, to drop your weapons down. If you got relatives, you're living here and you got relatives there, get them on the phone. Tell them, put your guns down.
Well, I was watching it late last night, which would be early morning in Lebanon, and Israel shooting missiles over and stuff blowing up. And I'm like, wow.
Well, Israel's catching a lot of incoming from Iran.
Yes, they are.
And there are people being hurt, people being killed. Israel has got a bit of some good stuff because they got the anti-missile batteries that we have furnished them. My only problem with that, which we need to do it, but hopefully we have gotten built enough to safeguard us, because at some point in time, we're going to have to defend ourselves against incoming missiles. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but at some point in time, they're going to be able to get together and launch a bunch of stuff our way.
They've already said that they were capable of doing that.
They can say all they want.
This is coming from CENTCOM, and this is one of the reasons why we went out there like we have.
They've been working on getting long-range intercontinental ballistic missiles going.
Well,
loaded with, they've got the warheads available. They got the nuclear stuff they could send if they could get it here. If they could ever deliver it, the delivery system is their holdup. It's nothing definitive yet.
Do you ever stop and think about, if they did that, what would be some of their first targets?
Obviously, it's going to be something at the Central Command.
DC.
New York.
Right. And
Los
do you think
Angeles.
Military bases they'll go at right away?
Well, what military bases? Camp Lejeune, for instance, is a ground base fighting force, right? We're not a missile.
I don't know what
operation.
they have out there. They could have a secret bunker.
We got howitzers. We got we got artillery, but we're primarily a boots on the ground operation. That's what we do. We got helicopters.
Tell them that. They're listening.
They know it. They look at it on YouTube. They're listening.
The satellites show everything.
Yeah, they do.
I know we have defense mechanisms against incoming and stuff like that, but I mean, just think about it. I mean, I know I'm just creating conversation, but
Well, this
Think
would be a
about
soft
it.
target simply because it would create a lot of hate and discontent and would not cause us from Lejeune to fire back very
you
much.
mess with our Marines, we're going to come out in the streets, aren't we?
That's
Yeah.
not where the fighting would be.
No, we're coming out and you mess with our Marines.
Yeah. It's best to take the fighting to them. If you want the Marines to fight,
Exactly.
send the Marines over there to fight.
Well, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
There-
Yes, sirree.
I just,
Go ahead.
it's, Rafe, you're talking about when you reply sometimes to these Facebook messages that Don,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you know somebody in the group and stuff like that. Through one right now with some people in Florida. And I respect the fact that one of them served in the United States Navy, and I thanked him for his service. I did tell him he doesn't know history.
That's one of the problems with
Oh,
a lot of
here we
folks
go.
out there.
Well, yeah, no,
I agree 100%. That's like these people blaming the county commissioners for property valuations rising. They didn't nothing to do with that, but they don't know. So go ahead.
well, no, they don't. Their comment was President Trump and the United States invaded Venezuela without Congress's approval. We all
And
know,
they go
first
back.
off, declaration of war, he does not have, he's got 60 days. He can,
That's right.
It's
as
not
the
a- it's not
president.
a declaration of war.
and
That's right.
was
We
it
never
not a de-
declared war.
No. And we went in there because of imminent provocation by Venezuela.
We went into Panama in 1989.
And I'm trying to get him to understand it's not a Republican issue. It's to protect the United States and the United States citizens and our allies.
I'm going to agree with Senator Lindsey Graham too on Sunday.
Love him.
We know we went in and take out Maduro.
Yes.
Right? But do you know who else trains in Venezuela? You know what kind of forces, forces are training, have been training in Venezuela to assist the Venezuelans and for the Venezuelans to assist this country? Cubans.
Cuban.
And you can rest assured that those the leaders of Cuba, it's probably a good thing that it's not Fidel because he would fight back. Right now, Cuba doesn't have the means. Russia is pretty well sidelined as being able to assist Russia. To assist Cuba. Russia's a long ways away from Cuba, and they have their own little bit of a problem in their own backyard. Who else got North Korea? Nah, North Korea got no dog in that fight. China, they don't really care. So who else is going to assist Cuba when we go down and take over? We could take over Cuba. We got a couple of Boy Scout platoons that could take over Cuba without a whole lot of trouble. Their Coast Guard is relatively strong. But as far as internally, yes, they have troops that have been training in Venezuela. They've had those troops doing that for years. We've left them pretty well alone. We could use it's a great, beautiful island. It's untouched for the most part. They don't have a lot of tourists coming there to destroy it. And that's what usually destroys an island or an island tourist area like that. But under the right control conditions, Cuba could be an absolute beautiful place to go. Beautiful diving is available there, especially on the south side. Not that I've been there, because you're not supposed to be able to go there.
Yeah.
But back then.
Again, coming home last night from the church meeting, I was listening to a news broadcast. It might have been in CNN and news. And the lady was rolling off the 14 countries that should be off limits right now to the United States.
Right.
Anyone planning on traveling,
You
Bahrain
need to
being
be
one
very,
of them.
very careful.
Yeah,
All around Greece, but they didn't say Greece yet. But we're busy right now trying to get tickets arranged to get my granddaughter home.
You didn't have those fixed before she left?
No, because it's hard to plan a date. You don't know. She's in school over there.
Yeah.
910-333-0139. I do have a question I'd like to throw out.
Did she get married while she was there?
No,
You don't know.
Her fiance's here in Boone.
She better not have.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And if she did, she's 21 years of age.
Dear John, or whatever his
She's
name
going to
is.
do what? Christian. He's a sweetheart.
I
Dear Christian. Sorry.
Stop.
I
Stop.
the question I wanted to throw out to our viewers is this: because of Onslow County voting today, last day for early voting.
Early voting.
I'm sorry, not early vote, the last
last
day
day
of
to
voting.
vote.
to
This
vote
is
for the
primary
I'm
election
sorry.
day.
Thank you.
Right.
Primary.
We knew what you meant.
Thank you. I still need to be corrected.
Just straightened out, not correct.
Straightened out. 910-333-0139. If you voted, tell us why. And if you're not voting, seriously tell us why.
Yeah,
I would
you
love to
may
know.
have the best reason in the world for not voting. Are
Yeah.
you just disgusted? Or are you just it's too much trouble? You don't have a voter ID? Just what is the reason that you have? And I'm not going to call it an excuse until you get on here and then you
Right.
come up with something. Then it can either be an excuse or a reason. Reasons are acceptable. Excuses, I don't have a lot of time for.
And what was I just getting ready to say?
You were going to ask the 115,000 people that haven't voted yet why.
Oh, no, I know what I was going to say. And if you voted, call us and
Good
give us
quick
a
math.
report
Yeah.
on how long it took you, if it was busy, et cetera, et cetera. If you went to the right poll place.
If you're standing in line now listening, call us.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And there is one thing that, and it doesn't slow it up, but it was interesting that when Kathy and I went to early voting,
Excuse me.
because of Kathy's Parkinson's, she cannot fill in the little circle. So they have a machine that helps you do it, and they have somebody that tends the machine to do it.
Why didn't you go in the booth with her and help her?
You're not allowed to.
Yes, you can.
are.
Huh?
Yes,
You
you
can.
can.
And fill them in?
You can go
Yeah.
assist somebody in a situation like
Yeah.
that. Yes.
Oh, well, they
You
told
can
her.
also do curbside and get your ballot at the same time she gets hers at curbside.
That's right.
But she can't color it in.
You can color it in for
You can do
her.
it for her.
I don't know. They told her to use the machine, and it was interesting because the person that was using the machine was from another county.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was.
What?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't have
Yeah.
done it. I've just
Wait a minute, somebody
Right.
from another county was voting in our.
No. He wasn't voting, but he was showing Kathy how the machine
Oh,
which I understand that, but
is used.
no, you are allowed to go in it. I always did for my mom because she
Mm-hmm.
was legally blind. She couldn't see that stuff. And I always went in with her and we would whisper and I'd say, okay, who do you want next? She'd say, who do you think? And I go, this one right here. No, just
so
kidding.
you
but-
filled out two ballots identical, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much the same. But no,
Kathy was probably thinking
I
that.
always respected her opinion.
I did too.
But it always ended up being just like mine because we thought alike.
Because you primed her in advance. I took my mom
That's
over
what I
for early
did.
voting on early voting plus drive up and a couple of times when she had become to the point that she wasn't able to drive and all
Mhm.
that. So I took her over there. They brought the stuff out and I sat there and
See?
she said, "What do you think you should do?" What did I said, "You should vote your conscience."
That's
And
right.
I said, "Do you know these people? Let's go down and pick who you know and who you like and don't
Right.
like." So she did that. And I said, "Now let's go back. And you want to talk about these others? Do you know anything about them? Do you have an opinion one way or the I don't have a clue who these people are." I said, "Move on.
Mhm.
Just skip over. If you don't know
When,
who
and
they
when
are."
I took my dad, he filled out his own. He
Uh-huh.
didn't need me. But my mom, she couldn't see the ballot. So
my
I
dad
always
is worse than
colored
I am.
it.
He filled out 17 people's stuff. I'm sure he did in his mind anyway.
my granddaughter, when she was younger, I took her with me one time to vote, and I took her right into the booth with me. They said it was okay, and I actually let her color in the stuff for me because I wanted her to see how it's done.
Mhm.
And so that was her first time ever. So she learned from that. So
Okay, folks, if you can go back, who mentioned Patrick Swayze earlier?
Kathy.
Kathy,
Kathy? Was
he's deceased.
was
by
he
the way.
not in a movie? Didn't he get his start
Dirty
in a movie
Dancing?
prior to that? Was he in Red Dawn,
Yes, he. No, I don't know if he was in Red Dawn.
the original Red Dawn?
I don't remember him
Okay,
being.
whoever was there was somebody who became popular later on too. Y'all need to go back and pull. I think it was early
I'm looking.
80s, maybe something like that. The original movie Red Dawn.
He was in Red Dawn.
Thank you very
You're
much.
correct.
I've been wrong twice in my life. Red Dawn.
3 times.
Red Dawn is is a movie that you go back and pull it up and take a look at it.
Right.
And then put it in today's context. If y'all haven't seen that thing ever,
I've seen that movie.
it's
Long time ago.
the remake is
No, it was the
the
original,
original
one.
will make you think, y'all. Could
Isn't
this
that
happen
one they're
now?
on a Russian?
No.
You're talking about
I'm
the sub.
trying to think. Yeah, I'm
No,
trying to
no,
think.
no,
I've
no.
seen
Red
that
Dawn
movie.
is
Battleship or something, right?
No, it got nothing to do with water. It's got to do
Well,
with parachutes coming in.
Oh,
The Red Dawn that Lee's talking about, there was a movie Red Dawn with Sean Connery, and
That was the
a sub.
All right. The Red Dawn, 1984, unfolds in an alternate Cold War reality where Soviet, Cuban, and Nicaraguan forces invade a small Colorado town.
That's
Is that the one?
Yes.
Ooh.
Which y'all would take a look at that
I'll have
movie.
to check that out. You're right, but Patrick Swayze did play in
Okay.
it. He was one of the parachuters, I guess.
No, he was not. The paratroopers were foreign enemy,
Yeah.
and they suddenly showed up and over this country.
We had a hot air balloon crash in Texas the other day, so
They ran out of hot air.
it was
They
a
must not have had any politicians on board.
paratrooper in disguise.
Good one.
How did I do that?
That
I
was
don't know.
good.
My mind is in a bad place.
That was good.
I'm
Oh,
thinking of Krispy Kreme.
okay.
Way to go, Kathy.
I have
You've done it,
someone has
Kathy.
sent me
I didn't do
a
it.
picture from the polls. Let me see if I can get it to.
Call us from the picture from the polls taker.
Oh, it says Hunters Unite, stand up for your rights, vote
What?
2026. Biden inflation, the cost of voting stupid.
What has that got to do with anything?
And then it says primary all rhinos who vote Democrat get out the vote. And then of course there was a candidate sign, which
Okay.
was normal
There
candidate
is no
sign.
Democratic.
So what was that about?
I don't. On March 3rd,
Crazy
this date, the year was 1887. And I was looking at this early this morning, and this is
Early.
about the same time frame my granddaddy was born,
Oh.
and that when his early years. March 3rd, this date was 1887. Ann Sullivan begins teaching 6-year-old Helen Keller. Helen Keller was 6 years old. She was born in 1881. Who's that?
Steve, we haven't heard from Steve in a
Oh
long
my
time.
gosh.
Steve. Are you out on parole?
Stop.
No, they said I get one phone call.
You know, you're not the first person to actually do that. I had one guy who did that, who was on his way into the system
Oh my
for
gosh.
6 months.
Hey,
Did
Steve.
he call us?
Hey,
Oh, welcome back, and welcome
Yeah,
out.
we've missed you. We've missed arguing with you.
I just want to know where you're playing. Is the borough has been remodeled now? I think has it reopened, or do you know?
I don't know if it's reopened, but yeah, I've seen where they were doing quite a bit of remodeling.
Okay, I got to get down there because I'm anxious. I've been having a withdrawal from there. Food is on my
I'm
mind
so
today, big
hungry
time.
because you guys both.
It started with Kathy. It's her
Don't
fault.
blame me. I was donuts
You-
yesterday.
Oh, no.
You married her.
No. I did donuts
All
yesterday.
right, we have Steve on the
Hey,
line.
Steve.
First thing I want to comment on is Lee. You've never seen Red Dawn?
This is what I thought too.
Not the one he's talking about, but I did see. What was it?
With the one with Sean
Sean
Connery. and
Connery.
The one with Sean
submarines.
Connery in the submarine.
The hunt for
The
The
Red
Hunt.
Dawn.
That was it.
Red
Red
October.
October. That's
Red
it.
October.
No, Steve's right. Once again, you read October. You're right. Right.
But yeah, I thought everybody
I'm
over
watching
the
it.
age of 30 had seen that movie.
I what?
Over the age of 30.
What? What does that mean?
That you're 31.
Over age of 30.
All right, I'm writing it down because I'm going to put that on my list
What
to
he
watch
meant to
this
say is
weekend.
you're a senior citizen, but that's okay. I got you.
Let's Steve
And
talk.
they've actually came out with a remake of that.
And I don't
years
like it.
ago. I don't either.
Good. We agree with that one too.
Make sure you get the one with Patrick Swayze. That's
Right.
a good one.
See?
Yeah. You were right, Rayford.
Steve and I, we're on the same page, y'all.
You know what? We'll rename Siskel and Ebert Steve and Rayford.
There you go.
Movie critics.
Yeah.
Why
Bad
do you
tomatoes.
put Steve's name first?
Because Steve is calling this morning and he's been right.
That's before S, right?
And you agreed with him.
It should be Rayford first.
That's
R
big.
comes before F.
Yeah, but if you
do it
remember,
alphabetically.
Siskel and Ebert was the name of the program.
You know what that makes me think of? Do y'all remember the Muppets and the two old guys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There you go. We'll put you guys in a balcony.
I kind of look like that until I got my hair cut yesterday. I got a bunch of them cut.
Right.
Don't have any left.
How's your garden going?
It's not. I haven't planted it yet.
Have you started yours?
You ain't got no seedlings coming up yet?
I've got some that are just put in the little pot for some early stuff, and I'm trying to work on a multi-faceted plan this year because last year I sucked.
I did as well. I'm going to redo. I'm taking up my raised beds that are on the ground. I'm taking them completely out, and I'm building racks that I'm putting 27-gallon plastic
What?
totes in.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And getting it off the ground a little bit, so I don't have to bend over as far.
Did you say 27 gallon?
27 gallon.
27-gallon totes because they're on sale.
Okay, are they
right now?
are you going to have them reinforced in those racks so they don't come apart with all the dirt in them, right?
Yeah, I've actually used them before on the ground, just setting them around,
Right.
and they last for typically around 3, maybe 4 seasons.
Okay.
If you get the black ones, they last a little bit longer. They're a little more UV resistant
Yeah.
than the colored ones are.
Yeah, one of the things that I did, I'll tell you right now, there was some idiot on YouTube.
Go figure.
Yeah, and he said, you want to do some strawberries? You get yourself some rain gutters, these plastic rain gutters, and put them up on the racks, and then put some dirt in them. That they won't hold up. I mean, the rain gutters won't deteriorate, but they won't support the weight of even when you drill
wet
holes
soil?
in them because the soils will stay somewhat damp. That's the whole idea. But it will not support the weight and they start to lean over. So
That's a good.
that was a useless
And once
idea.
they sag, you get it'll puddle in
It's
that
done.
sag.
Yeah, and then everything
It'll
rots.
be dry and the center's too wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, how do I get rid of dead nettle? Purple dead nettle.
Marry it; it will run away.
Purple dead nettle.
Oh, the purple flowers or whatever?
Yes,
Google it. I think you can put like a weed and feed out.
I did, and it laughed at me. They're out there going like, "Hey."
You might have to get one that's particular to that type of weed, and then some weed killers you have to get the yard wet and put it out so that it sticks to the plant.
Well, I did it right before it started raining.
There's some research on it because there's different types of weed
I have
killer and
been.
different ways to apply them.
There,
Some you apply dry, some you apply wet.
I'm gonna mow it today.
you can also go out to places that like Jiffy Lube, and you get all their used oil and spread it over your
Kill
lawn,
my
and it
yard.
will
I
take
think
care of
that's
everything.
I think that stuff dies out when the grass.
It turns
comes out
to clover. And then
I think
we're,
that's 2 different weeds, and it sounds like you're not using a very effective weed killer.
I've been using Scott's Weed and Feed Turf Builder.
Once again, they make more than one weed and feed.
Right,
so
right,
look at
I
the one
know,
that you're
I
using.
know.
Might get several varieties. If you mix it all together, something's bound
Well,
to
we
work.
need to have Steve come in one day and talk about how he's doing his
I
garden.
got a
because
better idea. Why
he
don't we
sends
have him
me-
come in and we'll shoot him on video and as him demonstrating and use it.
Well, he does some
On our
great.
lawn.
I'm videoing some of my stuff this year as I'm building and
Yeah,
doing
he has
stuff.
some great
No.
ideas.
I want you to do it on our yard so we can show right how to do it. Okay.
Well, I want to video myself doing these racks because I'm gonna make them where I can put 4 of those totes in a rack,
Yeah.
and they're also support underneath and around the sides and everything. But then the legs, I'm gonna put wheels on them so that I can roll them out of the way if I need to get behind them and roll them back in place, and see how that works for me this year.
Okay. You're going to use
Actually
something
have
like,
movable bed.
like a wheelbarrow wheel or something like that? Some,
Probably some of those heavy duty casters you can get from the tool store. I
Yeah.
won't call the name, but y'all know the one.
yeah, home to pot.
Right. I've got like a deck in the front yard that has I've got trailer jacks around it, and I can run all those trailer jacks down and lift that deck up and push it around the yard to where I want it to be.
So I'm thinking that's what made
Really?
me think I could do that with the raised beds. Yeah.
Oh,
Now, of course, tomatoes, once they get so big, you can't
you're
move
done.
them. But,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I
they gotta
can't
kinda
wait.
stay there. But as far as like after the season, if I need to clean it, I'll be able to just roll it right out the way and get back there.
That's good. That's
Good idea.
Well, you know, I
I'm
got
hoping.
a couple of years ago, I started canning a lot of my veggies that I was growing. But now I have a new stove, and I'm afraid to put that weight on the last time. It worries me.
I
But
wouldn't do it.
then Ball, which is the one that makes the glass canisters and stuff for
Yeah.
canning, they've come out with a new electric one. So I'm going back to canning this year.
Just get your little burner like I've got that rolls off of
But
propane
you
or
have to
something.
get it to a certain
I was gonna
temperature and maintain it for. It's too much.
You can get it like one of those little electric eyes that you plug in, a little tabletop
Yeah.
eye.
And set it
Um,
outside.
And that too, yeah.
Sure.
I'm always so scared of those things. I'm always scared it's just going to blow up by the time I walk in the kitchen.
That's what your
It's a lot of
insurance is for. You wanted a new
My
house.
Release
Causey.
valve on it. Yeah. I was
No,
say,
I'm gonna
check
get the
release
electric
valve before it
one.
gets too hot.
Yes, yes.
Well, they'll devalue your house, so you won't have to pay so many taxes on it if you burn it.
Don't start with that.
It won't matter. She's selling her house and buying that van up there.
I'm
Oh,
buying
yeah.
an old
Flowers on it.
Volkswagen van and with flowers on it, and I'm going to travel. You'll see me in the Walmart
1964.
parking lot at night.
Flower child.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, but if somebody else was doing that, I'd call them a blooming idiot. But for Lee, we'll call her a flower child.
No, just call me a bloomer, a late bloomer.
Steve, how you been?
Oh, pretty
Thanks.
good, pretty good. I was gonna say I got the pleasantries out of the way. I wanted to share my thoughts on the Iranian situation,
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord,
go
mercy.
ahead. All right, go ahead.
and I'll give you my take on it, and
Okay.
that's all it is my take.
Mhm.
The United States for the last 60 years has been pretty much the strongest military in the world, and they definitely can go in there and they can take out what needs to be taken out. But as we look back on history, what's always been their Achilles heel is the elected officials whose orders they have to follow. We've been very good at taking out regimes and defeating other armies. What we haven't been very good at is nation building or installing new governments. And that's across the board. It don't matter which side you look at. We just ain't very good at that. So going into this, I don't know what's going to happen. And I truly believe they don't know what's going to happen. It's a true unknown. Their overconfidence makes me nervous. It's a roll of the dice. I don't really, history, like I say, history has shown that we're not very good at this. To assume that we're going to be good at it this time to me, seems a little naive. There, once again, like so many times before, nobody's told us what the clear stated goals are, what the end game or what the exit strategy is. And I don't think they really know because you don't know till it happens. Yeah. And that's kind of where I'm at on it. I don't really ever see this as a good thing. It's a big risk. It might turn out well, but like I say, history has shown that it never turns out to. 20 years in Afghanistan and Iraq, and it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. And I mean, you can point to a lot of different people involved in that, but that's the same story every time. You can point to a lot of different people. Yeah. But anyway, that's my.
Well,
And,
you're right in a lot of aspects and a lot of your thoughts there. And one of them is we have no idea what the unknown what it's going to bring because it's such a volatile situation. We do not know. Our actions, we hope, will create certain actions and reactions that are right on the people that we would like to do it right. But then again, we thought the same thing when a group of folks known as the Taliban decided that we're going to go in there and with the United States help get rid of Russia. And we did, they did, and then look what happens. We were responsible and with money and arms and everything else, and building up an organization called the Taliban without maintaining control over it. That was our mistake. Is once we utilized the Taliban to do the deed of getting rid of Russia from what it was planning and what it was doing, dealing in Afghanistan, we failed to take note that this buildup of a guy by the name of Bin Laden and the Taliban was going to be as bad, if not worse, than Russia. And it proved to be that way. So then we had to deal with that one, like you say, for another 20 plus years, which we're still dealing with. We'll never be finished with that one. We did finish with Japan for the most part. We don't have to worry about Japan coming back to attack us. It's been like since 1945, and we're good to go with that one. Look what it cost us. It cost us occupation forces. Okinawa, we're still there. It cost us tons of money to help them rebuild, and we did. We spent a lot of money. How much is what worth? Our freedom is worth a lot. And ultimately, Japan and Germany together would have come in from the east and the west, and we would have been speaking Japanese on one side and German on the other side of this country. It would have been a nation divided, no doubt in my mind. At the end of World War II, that's the way it would have ended up if we had not been as strong as we turned out to be.
Absolutely.
Now, as far as the mess over there, this is the most stupid part of the world as far as trying to figure out what to do with these individuals, because there are so many. You think the United States is not as united. We are extremely united compared to other countries. Small countries, they might have 10 different organizations, 10 different philosophies. We have basically one common goal in this country, and it's to remain free and to continue to build this nation. There are factions that come in that we challenge us, and we have to deal with, yada yada yada. I understand that. Would you have taken on Maduro? Do you think that was a threat down there in Venezuela? Do you think that's something we did and did right?
Do I think Maduro was a bad actor? Yes.
Mm-hmm. What bad actors quite often we kill instead of take over and capture.
Right.
What did we do that right or wrong?
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Maduro, a bad actor. Taking him out, I don't believe guarantees the outcome that we desire.
Mm-hmm.
Will it? We took him out, but we left a regime in place. So, I'm no genius, but the first thing I'm going to ask is that if you take out our president, is our vice president going to completely change all the policies?
They're probably going to follow the
policies that were established. I know, but I'm just theoretically, if you take out the top leader, the person right below them probably isn't going to change their policies. They're going to continue the policies that the leader had. So, I don't know. Once again, I don't know if it was a good or bad thing. History is going to play out, and we'll see. I don't see that that's a guarantee that we're going to get the result we want. Anytime we get into this, it's so complicated that nobody knows what's going to happen.
Steve,
and so it's a gamble.
Steve, let me ask you a question. And I agree with you 100%. Second in charge, you don't know if they're going to what they're going to do. But have you noticed that since Maduro was taken out of there, we don't hear any stories now of boats with allegedly with drugs being blown up?
We don't hear that, and they don't seem to be targeting that. But my logical question is, do you think that in any way disrupted the drug trade?
Yes. It made them, did it disrupt it? Yeah, it made them do something different, as it has with everything else that we've done in interdicting drugs. If we cut them off, it's like the old thing that they used to say: you can put street lights up in an area, and yes, you're going to reduce the crime rate. Not reduce the crime rate. You're going to move the crime to an area that does not have street lights. That's the way it works. You shift it around, you move it around. You don't stop it. Crime is here to stay. You just have to keep it's like whack-a-mole. They pop up their head somewhere else, and you have to keep popping them down, knock them down. And we're going to have to do that now. It used to be, it was as simple as we started intercepting all of the surface big boats, the shrimpers, the ones that look like that were fishing boats converted to drug running boats along our coast. Oh my God. They would bring in here 15, 20, 30 tons of pot at a time. They quit doing that because they take out one of those boats, they lose a whole lot of stuff. So they started using smaller, fast running boats. Now we've started working on that. What are they going to do? Well, they've already started. They started some years ago. They started using submersibles or partially submerged vessels, and some of those are remote controlled. They don't even have a crew on board. We started finding those and taking those out. We've been using air technology to look for them. We couldn't find them on the surface with the radar because they were just below the surface. So now we're having to go through the air process. So yeah, you take out one method of operation, they're smart enough to look for another.
And I was going to say that you're not talking about unintelligent people here. This is what could be $1 trillion industry with, you know, it's somewhat sophisticated. And, you know, what they were taking out was kind of what, to me, what looked like the low level pipeline.
They were easy.
You know, my understanding is still the majority of drugs that come in this country come in tractor trailers right across the border, right through the checkpoints.
I don't know about the majority, but all except pot. Pot's not coming in by tractor trailer loads. I'm sure they're still finding other ways to get it in here, but that's not the biggest thing that they're dealing with today. Fentanyl is going to be the biggest. Methamphetamine, which we found 200 pounds last week here in Jacksonville, came in from the West Coast. Some dude drove it across country. Duh. But it's happening. How is it getting into the United States? Well, some of it's actually manufactured here. Fentanyl, not so much.
And I've even heard that the cartels, as far as marijuana, are coming across the border and doing illegal grows in the United States, so they don't have to cross the border with it.
It's happening. It's been growing here for, my God, I've been to pot fields all over eastern North Carolina.
Oh my goodness! It was being grown in the 70s.
With corn.
Yeah,
these are corn fields and tobacco fields. So yeah. They're actually growing in parks. Did you know that in this country?
Yeah,
in parks, inside parks.
There are farms in North Carolina that have already, I guess, for you three that plant and stuff, they've disked and done everything they need to do to be able to start growing it when it becomes legal.
I know people who grow them in pots on their back patio. Right here in Jacksonville.
Pots and pots?
Yeah, pots and pots.
A pot of pot.
Yeah.
A pothole.
Here we go.
There are tons of stories about all of that. But on the pots, there's one thing. But some of the other stuff that's coming into the country, they have to shift. They have to change their methods of operation. They change the way the tractor trailers are built. They're putting subfloors in them that have their fake floors in them. They can take them back, and they have to actually cut into the bottom of them. They build it in with packets in between the two floors, and they come in. They look like they're empty tractor trailer loads. Well, that's now the customs people, those at the border, are paying a little extra attention to that. If it comes across the border into the United States empty, they kind of look at the bill of lading. What did he go into Mexico with?
Well, and back to your original question about Maduro, I would, in my head, I think about the leader of, I think it was Honduras that we had arrested.
Yeah.
He's been set free now, but when he was arrested and taken out, he was one of the largest traffickers of cocaine. It didn't slow down the amount of cocaine coming to the United States. That still progressively increased even after he was taken out. So, you know, if I had to lay a wager, I would say that taking Maduro out probably is not going to have a major effect on that pipeline. I don't know. I don't think they really know either. You know, I don't think anybody does. It's just, once again, one of them things that's fluid and, you know, how the cookie crumbles.
Well, they were using, the cartels were using Maduro. He was not a cartel person. He was,
that's what I think as well.
They were using him because he could facilitate, and, you know, he got his cut and he was happy, and just he's happy as a fat cow and, you know, cornfield. But he was taken out. If somebody else moves in and they make their deals with the cartel. The cartel will move up against anybody that's in office. You can bet on that. Some of the difference that we have in here in the United States, you can take out the president, you can take out the vice president at the same time. You have not disrupted our government. You've interfered with it for a little bit of time, but you have not stopped the way this government is going to continue to operate. It doesn't need the president or the vice president to function, period. They are not the military leaders. They might be the commander in chief, but they're not in charge of our military.
Yeah.
And our military is so diverse. We got 4 major branches there, plus the space cadets. But we've got this going on for us in this country, and they all can operate together. They can operate independently. So we're different than a lot of other countries where there's one supreme commander. The Ayatollah was known as the supreme leader. Duh. You'd be dead now. Now what?
And that brings up another point about Maduro that I think is worth mentioning, is that he was strongly influenced by both Cuba and the cartel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't believe that his vice president is going to stand up against that.
He can't.
I believe that they controlled the president. They're going to control the vice president.
They will. Or try to.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know, but that seems logical.
I'm reasonably sure, not from the media, but I'm reasonably sure we do have I don't want to call it a team, because it's going to be some observers, some really strong, and they know it too, in Venezuela, observers there from the United States watching what's going on.
Well, it'll be interesting to see when they have a new election in Venezuela, the 2 ladies spar off.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
This will be a cat fight. It'll be fun. Wow. Steve, good to hear from you, sir.
Yeah, Steve, we missed you, buddy.
Yes.
Have you got your music up and running?
I haven't for the last few weeks. I've been up in Virginia, West Virginia mountains, back and forth with my wife.
Nice.
Her mother passed away.
Right, I knew that.
I'm so sorry. God, I didn't hear that.
Yes.
So we're having to go up there, and they're cleaning their house out,
Right.
getting everything ready for sale to get it sold.
Bless her.
Yeah, it's an emotional time,
Oh, I bet.
But
Prayers for you, my
even
friend.
for me, she was my mother-in-law for almost 31 years. So
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
That's another mom.
But as far as music, I start back on Sunday. I'll be at the 34 North Beer Garden there in Cedar Point.
Know where that is?
Yeah.
Watch out for any guys with funny looking sweatshirts on to come walking in with a rifle.
Oh, Rayford.
I'm not going to jinx us, but I'm blessed to live where I live.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's close, but craziness seeps in every once in a while, but it's not a constant.
Yeah, well, a place like we got there in eastern North Carolina, you start making that kind of move. About the time you walk through the door, you're likely to get jumped by a bunch of guys that are accustomed to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Prayers to you, Steve.
Take care, Steve.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Well, I can understand a lot of what he's saying. Last night at a function that I was at, when the congressman that was there started talking about the war. Well, I wouldn't say war, but what's happening overseas. This one gentleman walked out, and I was like, and I was out there anyway, and I was like, everything good? He goes, no. He says, I don't believe that we should be doing this. I mean, he was very negative he wasn't being ugly, but he does not agree with all the actions that the president has taken. And so there are people with differing opinions.
I got no problems with that. And people should. Otherwise, we live in a land of sheeple, and I don't like that. I want people to have their own opinions.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, because some of those opinions, it's like the bunch of sheeple that were in Washington at the State of the Union. They followed one half of that audience out there.
Right.
One half of the people on one side of the aisle, they followed the directions of one
Person.
radical individual. Now, the minute you start doing that, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, the minute you start doing that, then you are as useless as you know what on a boar hog. Okay.
Well, this gentleman, he had his beliefs, which I respect. That I don't have a problem with people with different opinions.
I don't have a problem with individuals with individual
Right.
thoughts.
I do have a problem with a lot of people locally that are slamming some of our elected officials, but they don't have the right information. They're using false facts, which aren't even facts, but they're using false information to do this. And so that bothers me.
I just want you to use basic math.
Right.
Math 101, you'd call it if you were in college. I call it basic math. And, 2 plus 2 plus 4 minus 6 is what? If you can't do that, then you probably don't need to be able to have comments about what's happening mathematically speaking with our tax rate or otherwise.
Right.
Okay.
I agree.
Let's go surfing.
We could today. Y'all could today because I'm smarter than that. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, 8 seconds apart. It's not a bad surfing day. I'm thinking 5 footers, 8 seconds apart.
Water's still cold.
That's beside the point. It looks good on people. 2 to 3 near shore, sounds and rivers and light chop. If you take your surfboard on a boat and go offshore about 2 or 3 or 4 miles and find some of those 5 footers, and they're 8 seconds apart, you might be able to surf all the way in until it gets to be shallow. Sounds and rivers of light chop, westerly winds tomorrow, about 5 knots. Not much to it, guys. Becoming southwesterly. When the winds are from the west southwest, though, fishing is best around here. Think about it. Seas 3 to 5 feet, 2 to 3 on the beach. Sounds and rivers flat. Increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Get your mind out of the gutter, girl. Thursday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, seas 3 to 5 steady. Sounds and rivers of light chop.
Yeah, I just looked up something which I don't believe. But anyway, today, cloudy.
I don't believe she did either.
Gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high near 70. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 49. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 76. Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 78. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 79. I just looked up the current water temperature, Surf City, North Carolina, and it says it's 77.7.
They're lying.
They're lying because last week I looked it up, it was in 40s.
That's coming
Remember?
out of the hot water spigots.
I'm like, you lie.
That's the water in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
that they are getting some outflow from the nuclear powered plant there in Southport, and they got a pipe coming up. No, the surf temperature is not 77 degrees.
No, I'm going to look up MRO.
It should be about 47 degrees, 48
Well, it
degrees.
was 48
49.
last week.
And then, and it's
I'm like 77. All right, now they're showing MRO 60.9.
Okay, so 61.
And they're saying that it's minus 2.2 degrees colder than usual.
the water temperature right now, it has not increased. Well, we had some fairly significant cold weather.
Yeah, we did.
Let me check.
Check your power bills.
Don't do that. You might be afraid. Very afraid.
We mentioned earlier in the show, Clinton, and I just got to ask her.
Oh, man.
I have to ask it. So, when we all pass, you might have a gravestone, unless you're cremated, and then your ashes just go everywhere. But have you ever thought about what's going to be on your headstone? Because I think I've got his down perfect.
Clinton?
Yeah, Bill's.
Hey, what's up?
He had the same response during.
Have sex with that.
There you go. There you go. The picture of him.
I know he didn't.
Yeah.
He had the same response when
that he did with Monica
Epstein.
Lewinsky. That he did with.
He rehearsed it.
The bath.
It worked for him once.
Well, with the tub, I don't know that. I mean, maybe he didn't, but for him to use that exact same response, I did not. Have
Was somebody
sex with
thinking that was what was going on? Or?
I didn't know that he was going to make it through those hearings. He sounded like he was going to croak in a minute.
That's one of his calling cards.
I got to tell you, he shows signs of Parkinson's when he walks. Yes,
I
very
haven't looked at
rigid
him.
walk.
How old is he right now?
Where is he?
No, how old is Bill
He's
Clinton?
about 80, 79.
79.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Hillary. Boy, it got spicy in the hearings
Shut up and-
because Lauren Boebert, which she should have known better,
Yeah.
took a picture of Hillary at the hearings, sent it to an outside source, and it started getting published.
Mhm.
And Hillary got upset about it because they're closed hearings. And then comes the big debate and the big clash. And Hillary's like, y'all going to do what you want to do. You're not supposed to be doing this, blah, blah, blah. I'm out of here. She got up, walked out. She did come back. But, she was saying something about the picture. And Lauren Boebert said, I took it down. And Hillary's like, well, it's a little late for that. I mean, it was just.
What is big? First of all, Hillary wanted it. She wanted the thing open to the public, right?
Right.
That's what she wanted.
Right.
And I'm not sure why the Republicans
Very
said
good
no.
point.
Not
Very
why they
good
said no.
point.
But then she says, "Oh well, you took a picture of me." Well, what's the problem? Well, to
Have
me,
you seen
the
her?
problem with me, to me, if I was in her shoes, the problem would be you said you weren't going to do that. There would be no pictures taken during this time. But if you didn't keep up, if you didn't enforce that rule, then no. Well, why are people in there taking pictures?
Well,
What are they going to do with the pictures?
First of all, Lauren Boebert, in my opinion,
I don't care who it was, but why are they taking pictures if they said they were not going to be using pictures?
well, she should have, she's a congresswoman. She should have just stopped,
Oh.
But Hillary said she had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal activities and denied ever meeting Epstein. And but there was a couple moments in the hearing that got very testy.
You
Well,
think?
So
My confusion is
Very.
if they're closed, if these are closed door, but they're going to make everything public.
oh yeah, there's
They don't-
videos
why
out
don't
now.
just make it public during the hearing?
Because she wanted it, but they don't. Why don't they want it? Do they think something special is going to come out? Well, it's fine. Let me know about it. I want to know what it is. I have an inquiring mind. I have a right to know. I'm paying for you guys to be in there acting like idiots. And what purpose? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the information? This dude is dead for the last 7 years. He's still been dead. He's going to not be alive tomorrow either. He's still going to be dead. So let's just tell me what is the purpose of this whole thing.
Well, from what I hear, it's closure for the victims. Now, one of the young ladies, God rest her soul, she took her life. I don't know about the other many victims that were part of the sick man's world, but I don't know. I don't know that they'll ever receive closure, finding out who is on this list and who did. I mean, they were there, so they should know.
What are they
He's
going
gone.
to do about it?
Right.
The victims know who was there?
Yeah.
The victims know who was there. Why don't the victims come out and say, if you want to if all the thing that you want to do is let everybody know who the victims were, get together as a group of individuals, as a group of victims, and let's say, let's put this out. As these are the facts, you can swear on an oath, or you can swear on a stack of Bibles, whatever you want to swear on, and then you can use fake names from that point in time on. But on record, there is a record.
Mhm.
Y'all swore that this is the truth. Ding. And this is what occurred. This who did it. Then you can turn it over to the Department of Justice if you so desire, but only if you're going to testify if the DOJ decides they want to prosecute. If you don't, then at least you've got your own satisfaction of it, telling everybody who these people are. Go for it.
To my knowledge, only one person has financially made a settlement. That was the former Prince Charles. Is he still? He's not.
I think he's still there, isn't he?
Well, he's still there, but he's the only one that's made.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Hey.
he was trying to say save
him
his
off.
He bought him
title,
off. Well, yeah.
Okay.
which
So,
didn't work.
but he paid off somebody. Who did he pay off?
The alleged victim,
Okay.
the person that claimed it.
Why did the alleged victim take the money?
I can't speak for her. I don't know.
Well,
Why would you take the money? And if you took the money, then it's hush money and it serves its purpose. You're happy and he's happy, right?
I don't know that he's happy, but
Well, he's happy that it wasn't going to come out, but it did anyway. So he shouldn't have paid the hush money if it was going to come out anyway. There's a risk you take.
yeah.
But again, if you're a victim and you're after satisfaction, is money going to satisfy you?
Not being a victim, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of hush monies that are
I know
done.
Ask Stormy.
Yeah,
Don't ask my Stormy. But I mean, we know what she was in the first place. So hush money is nothing but payment for services rendered.
Mhm.
And keep your mouth shut.
But with everything that I think Congress and Senate has in front of them, things they could be accomplishing, I got a
war out there. We have a potential war. We've got men and women on the ground in other bases that are being shot at by those people inside Iran. They're sending missiles to our bases in other parts of the world. What are we doing about it? Congress, haven't you got something better to do? The Clintons are old news. They're has-beens. They're barely alive. They mean nothing to anybody, including their own families, I'm sure by now. They've already disgraced the Clinton name. At one time, the city of Clinton was discussing, back when Monica was hot, they were going to change the name of the city of Clinton. That was on the table for the city council. Did you know that? That was news we covered way back then.
Nah. It's a nice little town. They deserve better.
In spite of that.
Wow.
Well, it's a nice little town.
No, it is. I love going to Clinton. I was just.
It's just, to me, it's a lot of waste of time, and
It's a waste of my money.
Well, that's the other part of it.
Water temperature, by the way, out there at the Frying Pan Shoals, they're about 30 miles or so off of Southport area. Water temperature out there is 66 degrees.
Right,
Sorry,
which is going to be warmer.
The water temperature in the surf at the Surf City, where you say is 48 degrees, it's still 48 degrees. Highs during the summertime. What do you think they are at Surf City?
I just read it and I don't remember
the
it.
water temperature.
Your water temperature, surf temperature now.
Yeah.
Surf temperature is going to be
probably 82.
That's close. It's about it runs anywhere from 81 to 83 degrees is the norm during the peak of the season. Now, you're right. It is several weeks behind right now. That means for those who love to go out Spanish mackerel fishing that normally pick up some 68 degree water temperature, surf temperature, not water temperature out there, but surf temperature where people love to fish for Spanish mackerel. Surf temperature is low, still low now.
Yeah.
It should be about 54, 55 degrees now. But when it gets to be 68 degrees, that's when you can pretty much guarantee the Spanish mackerel will be near shore. That's just the old routine that we used to abide by. Who we got?
Put the lines in the water.
Wait. Oh, it's Timmy.
Somehow I was talking about him last night.
You talked about him today too.
I was talking about him yesterday afternoon because a guy came up to me. I was getting some of these things removed, the curls, as my wife called them, and he was in there, and he said, "That's your Jeep out there?" And I said, "Yeah, it is." He said, "You're a member of a ham club?" And I said, "Uh huh." So he's a truck driver. How you doing, Tim?
We're doing real good.
But he didn't know you. I asked him if he knew you because I'm talking about jackass juice.
Because Tim is in a league of his own.
Well, some people don't drink it right.
Tim is in a club of his own. He doesn't need anybody else.
Jimmy, where is? Oh, it's over there. Timmy, some years ago, one of the first, probably 4th, 5th, 10th time he called the show, and I was talking about my back was hurting and stuff like that, and he told me I needed to go to Tractor Supply to get some Beagle oil.
Some what oil?
Beagle oil. I thought he was talking about for doggies, like Beagle oil.
Yeah.
No, spelled differently. So I finally did. He says, you put it on there, you rub it on there. It's a liniment. I use it on my donkeys. I said, so it's jackass juice. Well, yeah, it's jackass juice. Put it on there, and he called me back one day, and he said, did you ever go out and buy it? I said, I did, Tim. He said, what'd you think? I said, it's the worst tasting stuff I've ever had. He got really deathly quiet for about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, and then he caught on, And then he cracked up with that laugh that he just came on with. He said, "Oh my God, you didn't."
Yeah, I'm leaving. For about 3 seconds, I'm leaving. I said, "Oh my God, he's going to die." And I've been listening. I did more. I'm just doing a report. I'm running down the interstate, and usually diesel fuel in South Carolina is about 10 cents cheaper than what it is in North Carolina. Right at that. But now my range so far this morning, diesel fuel runs from 389 to 415.
Wow.
And then we're on the interstate. So I just, I've said it before. I said, you said your groceries are fixing to go up because I looked at it store right there close to home. It was already up to 398.
We're talking diesel, right, Timmy?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Diesel. I don't even look at gasoline. I mean, I don't have the only thing that I have that burns gasoline is my lawnmower, and I don't pay much attention to it. And I use boat gas, and it's what I call it. It's non-ethanol. I don't
Smart
put
move.
ethanol gasoline in it. Oh yeah, and same thing with chainsaw. I use non-ethanol when I'm in the gas. But yeah, I haven't even paid attention to what the gas is there, but I rate the diesel because it affects our groceries.
Well, I can tell you.
That's why.
I'm sorry, Timmy.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the gas prices this morning and last night when I was driving around, I've seen it as low as $2.53, and then the gas gouging private owners around here, $2.89, $2.93.
I just brought up Gas Buddy earlier, and I was going to say something about it, but the average price of gas right now is around $2.53 to $2.56 here in Jacksonville. Now, I know Mike McHugh had posted a picture last night in Swansboro showing $3.19.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And you know what? We don't have a gas shortage. This is just a gas company using it as an excuse to get more money.
Gouging.
Yeah.
That's right.
They'll blame it on something else and whatever. Because the gas prices, the fuel prices, you're talking about the diesel fuel. You say that, yeah, we can watch the prices of groceries go up. No, if they had gone down when the price of diesel fell, I would agree with you. But they should not go up now. If they go up now, it's just another excuse, not a reason that they're having to pay more.
Yeah,
it will be just an excuse to add more profits to their margin.
I've always seen it when diesel fuel went up, price of groceries would go up abruptly. That's a good way to put it. And when the diesel fuel went down, the grocery prices went down eventually. That's another good one. They didn't go down right then. They stayed up, and they never went down to what they were, and they never will. And that's called profit. That's just the way it is.
That's right.
And it's called profit. And you can either buy it or not. But it upsets me every time I see it go up. Because the record, you remember it, and you paid attention to it. But I remember diesel fuel was a lot cheaper than gasoline.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it was because it was the waste material from making gasoline.
That's right.
Diesel fuel wound up being.
That's why a lot of people went out and bought. That's why a lot of car manufacturers, traditional car manufacturers, made cars that ran on diesel fuel. Is because it was a whole lot cheaper to drive one around than it was to drive a car around that used gasoline. That's what they thought.
Yeah, I know people who have owned Volkswagen Jettas, diesel. Oh man, I'm getting 52 miles in a gallon. And when it comes time to service that thing, yeah, it's just like my truck. I mean, I used to have an argument with somebody that talked about, well, I service my pickup every 3,000 miles. I said, well, good for you. But, well, how do you service yours? I said, well, I'm not pulling anything heavy, so I'll do it about every 15,000. Oh my God! Oh my, and it costs 4 times more. I said, yeah, but I'm actually spending less than a year servicing my truck than what you want. Because, and they have to sit there and count their fingers and toes, and they'll get it after a while. I mean, it all depends on what you want, what you're going to take. And when you take on that diesel engine, you're going to pay more. And if you do it right, in the long run, it's a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm not pulling heavy stuff in mine, so I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, that was my little thing.
Okay. Timmy, I appreciate it, sir.
Hey, man, y'all be good. We headed down here to the low country this morning.
Low country. Well, watch out. You need to get in and out on low tide, because if the tide comes in the low country, you could be underwater.
You could. I'm going to be right there across South Carolina. I got a high-rail dump truck I got to drop off and fix some stuff up. But y'all be good.
Nope.
All right.
Put that little bit of info in there.
All right. Thank
Be
you, Timmy.
careful.
Take care. Be safe.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Okay.
Timmy Thomas, our frequent caller for many, many, many years now.
Yes, yes.
Truck driving fool.
Truck driver.
Did it work when you put it on your back?
Yeah, it works. It's I got some more now that's even more powerful, and I've got to see our primary medical care person yesterday, Lee, and
Yes.
for whatever reason, I don't understand the arthritis.
Did you
I know
tell her
about.
I'm still alive?
No, she didn't ask about you. She was more concerned about me. I was paying the bill at the time.
9 months later, I find out I'm supposed to be taking
Vitamin D.
vitamins for my
Anywho,
anemia.
anyway, what's the problem? So we spent quite a bit of time yesterday, and I was talking about my foot and the pains that I've been having. There's a word that engineers hate.
Neuropathy.
No,
Neuropathy.
intermittent. Because it's here today, going tomorrow, here, and back and forth. You can't diagnose it. It's impossible. So it's one of those intermittent things, but it's got to be more reliable, if you want to call it that, because it's more painful more often.
More consistent. Yeah.
So she said, I said, it felt last week. I told Robbie that I needed to come see us because I needed a referral to go get X-rays, because I figured I had done something, like twisted it, broken it, or whatever. Because I did have a hairline fracture one time when I came out of a tree because of a chainsaw situation. I didn't know I'd broken it, but
we need this story.
Oh,
Go ahead.
it's-
I'm kicked back. Go ahead.
But anyway, I said, but what I've been using on it, she said, what's it doing now? I said, it's kind of under control right now because I was in a lot of pain, and I don't like
That's
taking
that's
all
bad.
those pain pills that
Yeah.
I've got, and this and that and
I don't
everything
need 'em.
else. I could open up a drugstore with the stuff that I've never used up there. You understand?
Right.
So I said, well, that didn't open it. Y'all who want to come in to get some of this, just let me know. I'll just give it to you. Don't break in, okay? Don't try, because I don't want to have to hurt you and clean up the mess. Because what I've got's not going to cure what I'm going to do to you if you come in uninvited. But anyway, I got this other stuff that Timmy had said go to Tractor Supply, my favorite drugstore apparently, and get something called DMSO. DMSO's got some high potency stuff, and it's used for donkeys and horses and stuff. When I mentioned that yesterday she is a big horse lady. I did not know that she was into horses. Did you, Lee?
She grew up right around here.
Well, I know that, but that
Right,
doesn't mean
right.
I did too, but I'm not
And
into
some of
horses.
her family was
Anyway,
farmers, yeah.
they're doing a lot with horses.
Mhm.
Regina Yost over here at Carolina East, I think.
Yeah.
What is the official name of it?
Carolina
Something.
It's not Carolina East.
Coastal
Carolina,
East.
Coastal Carolina.
Coastal, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's over here near the golf course.
we're doing well. Sorry,
18th
Regina.
hole.
19th. But anyway, she said, yeah, I'm very familiar with that. We use it on horses all the time, yada, yada, yada. Lord, I just figured you jumped down my throat for using something that's not approved by the FDA. She has agreed with the other individuals who are in the real world.
Mhm.
The only reason it wasn't approved by FDA is because the drug manufacturers got all over the FDA about not approving it because it works so well on people
Of course.
and it was cheaper. Seriously, That's what occurred. So I got me a bottle of that stuff, and it will work. It stinks so bad. It's like medicine that you drink, liquid medicine.
Mm-hmm.
When it tastes bad, it's going to work.
It's good.
It's good. But this stuff stinks so bad when you put it on. Holy moly. It's awful.
Keep the flies and mosquitoes away.
It only kills them in flight. You see them falling out of the sky when they fly over from up at 2,000 feet. But to me, it works very well, and I use that. It's not a permanent cure for anything. It's pain relief. It's like it's a liniment. You've heard horse liniments and stuff. It's one of the liniments that's available out there. So that's what I use. Hasn't hurt me so far.
Well, I know Chris hasn't told you yet, but his girl, Elizabeth Craver, her case in Pender County has gone to the jury. We're anxiously awaiting, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah.
But I went back and read over some of this testimony. And I don't know all the details. I don't know that right now from what I'm reading that she could actually be found guilty of the worst charges. I think it was probably mismanagement and bad decisions, but as far as the felony she was charged with, I don't see where they have the goods yet. But then again, I'm not sitting into court.
You haven't heard everything.
No, but reading what some of these others testified, the defense, they have a pretty good case.
They done a
Pretty
good job.
case.
Depends on what case the prosecution's got.
Rayford?
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't say anything.
And then let me see, other news in Pender County, commissioner meeting last night. One of the commissioners voted against something. Now, people are going after him. We need to knock him out. We need to vote somebody else in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, y'all give it a rest.
Jasmine Crockett, she's from Texas. She's a state representative.
Another
U.S. representative from the great state of Texas. The discussion about this guy that was then arrested and they killed him. They killed a couple of people and wounded a bunch in Texas the other day.
Yes.
The other morning. She pops up and says, well, most shooters are white.
Oh, God. Why do we have to
let me just do this. Y'all know I like math. 12% of the U.S. population is black. The vast majority of the population in this country is white. It would, unless it was something really weird, it would fit the pattern that a larger percentage of the shooters are white than are black. If you want to break it down and do it proportionally, I will do that for you because the crime stats are out there. If there are more black shooters than there are 12% of the shooters, more than 12% of the shooting situations are involving black people, that's when we have an issue you have to deal with. If more than 88% of the shooters in this country are white, if there's 95% of the shootings are done by white people, then we have a problem. Anytime it's disproportionate is when you start looking at something, not the sheer numbers of the individuals involved. That's what people just don't understand when they start throwing out stupid numbers. It's the disproportionate part that matters, nothing else. Okay, who we got tomorrow? We got Dr. Rose, I know. Anybody else? Where's our tax man?
Haven't been able to secure that
I'll
yet.
be tuning in from Raleigh tomorrow.
Yep.
Raleigh.
So, yeah.
Raleigh, you're gonna go.
Yes, I'm the Uber driver for Kathy and Hannah to the show tonight.
To the show tonight.
You
Dirty
couldn't
dancing.
pay me to
To the show tonight.
Yeah.
Traffic.
Are you gonna show? Are you gonna do anything?
I'm going to drop them off at Deepak and find a place that's got Tar Heels on. And then go back and pick them up.
Don't forget to go back and pick them up.
I won't. No.
Because that might be a bit of an issue for you.
Just a lot of.
Okay. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have Dr. Rose and hopefully we will get the tax man
Yeah. If not, I'm working on something else. I think we're playing phone tag right now.
Okay. We got a lot of stuff that's going to have to be dealt with for the rest of this year. Politically speaking, we need to make sure that everybody understands what's going on and what's
Go
coming
out
down.
and vote today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get your butts out of bed right now. Go ahead and eat your breakfast. Do whatever you got to do. If you got a lunch break, if you're working, got a lunch break, you can run out and vote.
Mhm.
If your precinct where your voting place is close enough to you. If not, you've got after work, because the polls are open until 7:30.
That's right.
Now, if it's like it was in 1984,
It won't be.
and the people at 6:30 are lined up around the block, and the polls are supposed to close at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
There are people lined up around the block. Then there will be a poll worker to go get in line, and the very last person in line tell the rest of the people they can go home, because
Yep.
not going to happen. But whoever is in line at 7:30 will get a chance to vote. Period.
Yeah, and
Bottom line.
24 polls are open, so you go to where you're registered at. It's like if you live in the Bryn Mawr community, then you're going to go to the Bryn Mawr poll. If you live over where I live, you go to Catalyst Church. Whatever is on your voter registration is where you go.
If you are new
Go there.
to the area and you've just registered, you don't really know where to vote, you've never voted here before, or if you've moved to the area, if you've changed addresses in this area in Onslow County, go to voter search. Go to the North Carolina Board of Elections and look under voter search.
Yeah, North Carolina voter search. Just key that in.
You can do it just like that, and it will tell you exactly where you are supposed to be voting today.
You can also pull your ballot.
So save yourself a lot of grief.
Mhm.
Pull the ballot for the primary election, depending upon what party. Well, it will tell you what your party is. If you're registered unaffiliate, you will be able to select either Democrat or Republican. You can't select both, because I've tried many times, and they won't let me. Dang it. And then you pull the one, you can look at it, you can decide. I say, well, you know what? I don't know who these suckers are. And then you can start Googling.
Right,
And
right.
you will find news stories about those who are already in office, or those who have been running for office time and again and again and again and again and never win.
Mhm.
You can Google those people and see if there's anything you like about them. If you cannot come to a decision, you in the two races, the Board of Elections, the Board of Education, and the Board of Commissioners, those two races each have 3 potentially replaceable seats, people. 2 of them and the county commissioners are filled with folks who are running for re-election. There's a vacancy there, period, coming up. Board of Education, they got 3 seats available. You don't have to vote for 3 people to fill those seats. You can vote for 1, 2, or 3.
But do not
choice.
overvote.
If you vote for 4, you just screw
Your
the
ballot,
pooch. You're done.
That section is invalid.
Yep. You won't be voting for anyone. So
Mhm.
pick the 1, 2, or 3 that you want, and you do that. Got it?
Got it.
Or you could vote for 0.
0, 1,
But
2, or
don't
3.
waste your vote. Go in there and
Well,
do your
if
research.
do some research and figure it out.
Mhm.
All right. Don't take our word for it, because we're opinionated, we're biased, we're prejudiced, we're radicals, we're deplorables. Let's see, what else can we describe ourselves as? Anything but human.
Oh, yeah, but I did something different this year than I've ever done when I voted. So, yeah. But I did my research.
What's that? You took a potty break? What? What did you do?
I just what goes on between me and what I fill in that booth is between
Well, we
me
might
and
want
the
to know
Lord.
not the specifics, but what did you do that was different this year that you've never done before, that we may want to take advantage of
Well,
that opportunity?
like a certain race, you can vote 3. Maybe I didn't vote 3.
Oh, okay. So you did a slingshot, a single shot, or
No.
double shot, or whatever. Perhaps.
I'm just saying that
She
at
voted.
last minute I had some changes of heart,
No, it's not a problem.
and because
Vote your
things
conscience,
that
vote
have
what you
occurred.
think. And if
So-
there are issues out there that you don't like, vote your conscience. Vote the way you feel.
But you know what? The good thing about it is we can do this again in 2 years.
And the other good thing about this is, please,
Mhm.
please don't get out there and do last minute screaming and hollering and carrying on negativity
Right.
because we don't appreciate it.
Well,
And,
Rayford,
and I carry pepper spray.
I had a lot of people texting me last night while I was at
Yeah.
my event asking what was on their ballots. So I was pulling their ballots and sending it to me. Some were asking me my opinion, and I gave a good, honest opinion. It was just my opinion. I didn't tell you who to vote for. And, you have 3 here, 3 there, 1 here, vote, vote, vote. So I hope everybody gets out and votes today. That'll be nice. Break records.
You got it. So anyway,
Could happen.
okay, let's take a break.
We'll be
Back tomorrow and we'll have results. You'll post some of the results tonight on Facebook.
I'll have them for you.
If the Board of Elections here actually gets them done
It always seems to be
before tomorrow
one
morning.
or 2 polls like Bear Creek that's usually
I know
late
that.
coming in. But
I-
hopefully everything will go well.
I think the last
thought.
election, I think it was in the city we had the last one. Was there not? They just
There was
waited. No, it was just one precinct. There was a whole group. They waited until the last minute and dumped them in.
Well, there is no timetable on it, but there was, I think, one by the
Sleep
end
at
of
the
the
wheel.
night that was still not coming in, but it wouldn't have mattered whether it came in or not because it was what it was. So.
All right, we'll see you in the morning at 7
Yep,
o'clock. Y'all be
we'll
good, be
be
safe,
here.
and vote, and vote again if you want to. If they'll let you, vote again. You're live in local Real Talk. We're
I'm going for
awake,
breakfast.
not woke, and
Have a blessed day.
I'm going to get a donut. Bye, y'all.